Here is proof that even in a busy and crowded place like Coron in the Philippines, it is very easy to find your own paradise. Coron's most famous tour is also its most crowded. Packed boats, busy lagoons and beaches full of people. But what if you could experience all of this without the chaos? In this video, I'll show you the smart way to do Coron's most iconic island hopping route. And this is the last day, the third boat trip. And this is actually the most touristy one because we will go around Coron Island. That's where most of the famous spots are located. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very touristy, but we have our own boat, just like in the previous trips. If you haven't seen those videos, definitely check those out because yeah, I would say those are the ultimate crowd escaping tours here in Coron. I don't know how today's tour will turn out because there are so many people at the port. There are lots of boats departing, but we will try to go on a different route. We will just pick a few beaches probably as we go, and then we check out the lakes as well because yeah, those are nice. Like, they are famous for a reason. We are leaving the area where most of the sites are that are visited by the tour groups, and there are no boats on this side of the island at all. There is no one, and it's very, very empty looking. It's already beautiful. There are so many tiny beaches. Came to beach. We are the only boat, the only people on the island. So wow, amazing. What I wanted to say is that there are lots of beaches along the coastline, just like this one. Some of them have, actually I think most of them have like lots of corals. So if it's like low tide in the morning, it might be difficult to access, but it's very, very easy to find a beach to yourself. So these are all empty beaches. There are no tourists around. You can just pick one that you like. I chose the first one because in satellite images it has some like a shallow area, like a sandy area without corals in a circular shape, kind of like a blue hole. It's not a blue hole, but it looks like one. And yeah, it's very pretty from the sky and also from the sea level as well. And yeah, here behind this there is also another beach. And yeah, there's so many. I think we passed by probably like 10 beaches at least. So yeah, it's actually pretty easy to find your own paradise, even here in a touristy spot like Coron. If you enjoy content like this, if you like places like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button and also the notification bell to make sure you will not miss my future videos. Because yeah, I have a lot of videos planned from this trip and all of them are going to be epic. I mean, the places are going to be epic, that I can guarantee. Okay, so yeah, that's actually a family who owns the land, who owns the beach. Because yeah, all of the beaches, all of the land is private. That is why you need to pay like an entrance fee everywhere you go in Coron. Beaches like this, it's like 150 pesos per person. That's like 2.5 euros, or like, yeah, like $3, I think. So yeah, it's totally worth it because all of the places, all of the spots are really pretty. Let's go and continue this tour because there are probably like 4 more places I want to see. So yeah, to make sure we will have time for everything, we just go back to the boat and go to the next spot. Okay, so next stop is Banul Beach. It's not an easy access either, but it's not because of the corals, but because of the boats. Yeah, this is a very crowded place. There are lots of people having lunch, I guess. The whole beach is just full of boats. But yeah, I think it's still a beautiful spot. It's a very famous one as well. There are lots of photos on Instagram where the beach is empty. I guess if you stay here or something, you can have a place for yourself, but yeah, not during the day. But still, we check it out because it's beautiful, and I think we might have lunch here. And yeah, actually we are on the north tip of Coron Island, so all the other spots are nearby. Wow, so this is Banul Beach. and it's actually very interesting that there are so many boats. You can see it in the drone shots, probably best. There are so many boats, but the beach is not crowded at all. It's it kind of feels okay. It's not empty, but a lot of people are on boats, and a lot of people I think might be on the other side of the beach, because there are actually Banul 1 and Banul 2. There are two beaches. This is the smaller section. This one I think is the most famous one, because on Instagram you can see pictures with this huge rock formation at the back. There are a few beach huts with some tables and benches. You can sit down. It's a nice spot for a lunch, but it doesn't feel crowded. So we are not going to have lunch right now here. It's only 12:15. We'll go to another spot and then we will have lunch. The guide said it's gonna be less crowded, so yeah, we will see. But yeah, it's a beautiful spot, but just keep in mind that it's a famous one as well. So it doesn't really matter what time you are coming here, you will not be alone. But still, it's worth checking out, that's for sure. So actually there's a pathway over some rocks. You can walk over to the other side. So this is going to be Banul 2 beach. Oh yeah, this is way more crowded. I think this is like a lunch spot for group tours, because there are lots of people eating. I am in Twin Lagoon. This is a beautiful spot. It's wow, there are two lagoons next to each other, and there is a circular sandy area. Kind of looks like a blue hole, which is pretty cool. Compared to Banul Beach, this place is very quiet and kind of feels empty. I think the group tours, they come here first thing in the morning, and from here they go to the beach. A landscape like this is something you can see around like Raja Ampat in Indonesia, also around the Anido. So in the previous video series I already show you places like this. I'm a little bit hard to impress when it comes to beautiful landscape on the sea, but yeah, it's definitely very beautiful. It's just a short hop over from Coron town, so you have to come here once you are here in Coron. But actually I kind of feel that most people, they only come to this area. So yesterday this Black Island and that area was very empty, and the day before yesterday Makapuya and those like beachy islands were also quite empty compared to these. This place, there's a big hype, of course, it's quite famous, but it's still, it lives up to the hype. That was quite a hike. Altogether 367 steps, I think. But yeah, this is Kayangan Lake, and in my opinion it's not as impressive as hyped it is. It's a super famous destination. There's so many people, there are lots of rules, there are lifeguards, you can't enter the water without a life jacket, the area where you can swim is not even big. So yeah, I've been to lakes and places like this that are far more impressive. I think from here we will just go back to Coron town, because we are at the northeasternmost point almost of Coron Island, so there aren't a lot of places left. The total cost of a trip like this depends on, for example, how many people make the trip, because the boat costs 3,500 pesos. And in the morning we started the day at the market, so it also depends what you want to eat. You can have lobster or some exotic stuff like seafood, but if you buy some simple food for two people, it can be as low as like 500-600 pesos, and 3,500 for the boat, plus how many places you want to visit, because each has its own entrance fee. Most of the entrance fees we pay today are 150 pesos. This lake is, for example, 200. Can add up, but I think having your own boat is really worth it. You can just pick the places you want to go to. If one spot is too crowded, you can just go to another one, and I think that's really worth it. So yeah, check out my other videos, and also stay tuned for the coming videos, because from here I'm going to visit Boracay and Romblon. That's gonna be amazing as well. So thank you for your attention, have an awesome day, and see you in the next video.